Hello, my name is Shuttley and welcome back to another episode of the Red Galaxy in Aurora 4X, and we have now updated, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail and the title of this episode, that we've updated to the 1.12 now, and we're actually on 1.12.0 because while I'm recording this, at least the patch, or the next patch is not yet released. But anyway, so I've had to update. I tried to replicate the system to a certain degree. There's still 3 jump points, but I'm gonna have to re-explore them. I've already explored one of them. It's over there, and the jump points are not in the same positions as they were. There's few changes in the system itself. The amount of moons and planets is the same, but some of the resources are a bit different, and then there's also a ruined outpost on one of the planets in here, which I don't think was present in the... No, it wasn't present in the 1.11 run here, so that's a bit different. Then some of the ship designs are slightly different, because I had designed them on the duranium armor instead of high-density duranium armor, which we now have on the ships. So we have a bit of an advantage on there. Then, of course, the fact that I basically started the game now on year 2120, which means that the time passed in the save is a lot less, which is going to give us a bit of an or a less of malice, let's put it that way, against any AI that we might find. And we have already, I did a little bit of a one build cycle of a test here so that everything works, and we've already gone to Moscow, and it's quite a bit different. Now it doesn't have any gas giants, it has exactly 4 terrestrial planets, and I think some of these might have some potential aliens, so that's going to be rather interesting. But the amount of resources that we had on some of the planets, or at least in the colonies itself, those have been kept the same, so I'm not giving myself too much of an advantage, hopefully. But yeah, we've done a little bit of work here, and now the ships need to go around. Of course, the fact since I used the Space Master mode to set up the jump gates on these 3, now they are red, which is a bit unfortunate. But the amount of ships is still the same as what we had before, and all the industries are basically the same, and so forth. So we haven't really lost that much progress here, other than a little bit of exploration. But anyway, how about we'll take it first 5-day increment here, because... Oh right, and since in the 1.12 there's been some updates to the orders that you can have, or the standing orders, so now we have these 2. Just survey next 3 system bodies or locations, and then 3 of these will go to places where there's geosurvey to be done, and 2 will go to places where there's crowd survey to be done. Now, all 5 exploration ships are now on the move again, which means that we're probably going to run out of fuel soon enough. And then we have the fueling order, and then if deployment time has been exceeded, then it's going to go refuel, resupply, and overhaul a colony. Apparently there's been some sort of bug with if it's the fuel less than 50% and that order, then it overhauls but doesn't refuel, so it's gonna have to do it again immediately, after which it does do it correctly apparently, but I'm just going around that with this. And of course we've got the cargo ship and the colony ship. The colony ship is going to take some colonists, and now that we have the repeat orders and just put a number and it repeats, this is going to make my life a lot easier doing all the logistics. So that is one of the reasons why I wanted to update pretty much as soon as possible. And there's other things as well. Oh, and another thing potentially happening, or potentially changing a little bit. I did redo, of course, all the ground unit designs, and they will be researched eventually. It's going to take a long while, but they may have a bit better stats. At the same time, since we haven't actually researched any of the ground units anyway, so we could have done that in the previous run as well. Now, of course, we will have a bit less researchers for a little while. I'm sure that we'll get that sorted out eventually. And then the missiles I'm doing again, because there's a bit better capabilities on them right now. Again, the missiles are not necessarily great. Like, I don't think I'll be using these particular missiles unless I have to. But I just wanted to get them going, so to speak. So over here we are surveying... Ooh, Right, St. Petersburg has been found, and man, this place has a lot of asteroids. Okay, let's have a look at this system a little bit. So this now has a lot of gas giants. So I think we... Oh, and there is a potentially colonizable planet. It doesn't have any atmosphere. But there might be some ruins or something. There's some nitrogen and methane over there. And yeah, there's a lot of gas giants. That's interesting. Only one star. And there seems to be a ton of asteroids. Let's actually have a look at Moscow real quick. Was there any asteroids here? Yeah, there's a little bit of asteroids there. And then there's the 4 planets. But I don't think this is going to be a massively valuable system, because the age of this system is rather high. It's 9. Whereas I believe Sol is supposed to be 1. Actually, no, I'm not sure if Sol is 1. But anyway, the higher the number is, the less likely it's going to have a massive amount of resources. But yeah, actually, well, we discovered a new system. I suppose we can put on the Ultra now to get some progress done here. And the exploration on that is going to take a while. Ooh. And we found Volvograt, of course, which seems to be a single planet. Yeah, there's one terrestrial planet there. Pretty high temperatures, not going to deny that. So they'll be mostly surveying the survey point there. But if we have a look at the galactic map now, so we have... Actually, yeah, I suppose this is good enough for the time being. Let's keep on going. Oh, and orders completed. Right, so we got the colonist moved. And we found some mineral deposits in, at least in St. Petersburg. Let's have a look. Minerals, St. Petersburg, there's 2 asteroids. Not a massive amount of resources, and then this one has a tiny bit of resources. Good accessibility, but the amounts are just so small. Oh, actually, we need to make sure that... Oh, no, it is actually just showing the mineral concentration, not the survey product. Good. Let's have a look at Moscow. I don't think... Yeah, we started only doing the survey location so far. Oh, and we got the first missile researched. And we found some more resources in St. Petersburg. That actually seems... Well, it's still rather small. It's just an asteroid, but it might be an asteroid worth mining. Ah, jump point detected in Volvograd. Let's have a look. Whereabouts is that? In here's... Ooh. It's a bit further out than our jump point there. Alright then. Oh, yeah, and I did set up, of course, all the admin commands the way they used to be and stuff like that, so we should be able to continue more or less from where we stopped. Ah, and now we've got some mines completed in Kazakhstan, so we started working on more fuel refineries, which is going to be very handy, because it's basically going to double our fuel production, which means that we might be able to keep all the ships out running. Right. Oh, we got the next missile, so we got 2 of the missiles completed. There's going to be a 3rd one that's going to be done soon. I don't remember, did I put in anything else for the missile researcher? No. So we're going to set that lab to be probably for the power and propulsion researchers, just to get the reaction a bit sooner. So I'll be... Ooh, jump point is... Okay, Volvograd seems to have a lot of jump points then. So that might be... Oh, actually... Did we... There was some resources there, actually. Quite a bit of uranium there. Huh. Okay. Since we are already in here, so what I'm gonna do... Is that colonizable planet? Kind of, not all that well, but I suppose if we were to get some anti-greenhouse gases there, it might be possible. And it does have a decent bit of minerals, so... It doesn't have thorium, which is a problem. But technically, at some point, if we can find some thorium nearby, we could start bringing the thorium over here and keep this as a bit of a kind of a gas station type colony. Doesn't need to have a massive amount of population. And the colony cost is quite massive, so that is going to be a big problem, but we can fix that eventually. It does have pretty good gravity. And max population is 850 million. Not great, but not terrible either. So I think I'm going to set up a colony there, just in case. And actually, we do have the... We'll go back to Novy Solzne. Right, so... Hold on, cargo is not... Ah. Right, because they were... Okay, yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, but... It wasn't following the... planet for some reason. But oh well. Right, so what I want you to do is you're going to go there, you're going to shipyard fleet, release tractor ships, and then tractor the jump point constructor. Then I go to Volvocrat, because we know that there's nothing hostile there. So you're going to go standard transit, you're going to release tractor ships, and you're going to transit back. Well, actually... Yeah, you'll transit back and move to Kazakhstan for the time being. It's going to take a while for you to do that, but it's fine. Right, so we found... Hold on, how many jump points have we found in Volgograd? That's the number 3, right. Oh. Opposite refer... Oh, right. Hold on a minute. No, it's... Oh, it cannot move back. Oh, crap, I've done a mistake. Alright then, yep. Well, I'm just gonna take your orders away. It'll stay there. Let's actually stop that. So, I'm pretty sure that all the exploration ships are now heading back to do their overhauls, which is fine. But that is causing its own problems. But let's actually have a look that they are... Okay, well, Exploration 1 is doing the overhaul correctly. Training? What? Okay, there's some really bizarre things going on in here. Let's have a look at the... What? Oh. Apparently all of these have been on the wrong command then. Or did it move them there? Because I'm pretty sure that it was under survey command earlier. Something's going odd here. Ah, hold on a minute. Did we... The Pebble-Bear reactor... Oh, they got a bit higher bonus now. And the last missile that we are researching is going to be done in May. Alright then. Okay, so... Pretty much everyone is currently here doing the overhaul. Who are we missing? It would be number 3, and number 3 was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, it is heading back. It's done a decent bit of work on the survey, or the survey points there. It should be home rather soon. Refuel and begin overhaul. Oh, right, I realised what happened there. They got the refuel order first. And then once they were done with that, it gave them the, hey, you are over the limit there. Just making sure everyone is still on the server. I'm gonna have to check the video afterwards if I remember that. Did I have them on the training commissar or on the survey command? Or did it somehow switch them over? Maybe a user error, of course. Right, well that's taking a quick while there. Let's have a look at the industry right now. So financial centers are coming along quite nicely. We are losing a little bit of money here. Not massive amounts, but we are losing it, and we are improving the tonnage for the Red Star Mark II shipyard over there, just so that we can make a ship that has about 10 kiloton capacity. Not entirely sure what ship is going to be using that, but I'm sure that we'll find something. Might be some sort of battleship. I mean, we do have the ship designs, of course, that we had before, other than the fact that some of them are actually slightly different now. Like, for example, the Red Star now has a bit more fuel. Basically, the extra room that was relieved by the armor tonnage, I just put in more fuel there. So it now can go a bit further or longer out, but that's not a bad thing, quite frankly. Right, well, let's... Okay, overhaul completed on Exploration 1 and 4, which I think we're on the same system. That would be St. Petersburg. Right, actually, that reminds me, we'll look around. How are we doing over there? You didn't even start the construction. You know what? Why don't we do it this way? Cargo 1, you will tractor that ship for the time being. I'm going to give you standing orders to build jump gate at nearest jump point. Oh, and we got a third... okay, so this can actually now be renamed to something else from cargo, and we can have another cargo, because we have now 3 tugs. So let's, rename that. Jump point stabilization 1, and then the shipyard. We'll set up another fleet. Make that the cargo 1. Send that there. Wait, no, we sent the freighter in there. That's not what I meant. Hold on. There's also a slight problem. I mean, I suppose if we send them both there, can we make them tug one another? I don't think we can. If we have a look at the fleet, it doesn't show its own fleet, of course. Okay, so we're going to have to move the freighter back to the shipyard fleet. Actually, I'm going to make it just temporary fleet. Create a fleet, new fleet. Send the freighter there, because I don't want to get rid of the shipyard fleet entirely. And when you tug something from a fleet, if there's no other ships there, then the fleet will be destroyed. So now we'll give you orders to take the new fleet. Tracture... Technically you can tracture any ship, but I like to do it on the specific ship. We'll do that. Let's actually have a quick look. How is the Pravdo? I decided to name the colony here in the ruined city Pravdo after the... Well, it's one of the cities that we have in the Workers and Resources playthrough. So they actually require a little bit of protection now. 1.3 million population, isn't too bad. They do have some available workers, so we could get some more mines here, for example. Now, of course, I didn't set up the minerals in here again. We do have a small stockpile though, and then of course we don't have the what they're called, civilian mining colonies right now. I'll just basically set up colonies on all the planets in here that have decent minerals. So just to make sure that the civilians don't do too much. I mean, the extra money would be good, but at the same time, I don't think we have a civilian sector. It's a myth. Right. So over here, I think we could use some construction. So let's get some construction factories there. So now, once we get the cargo, and it's actually just 5 seconds so it's completed. Let's go back to Noise Solsner. And then cargo 1. What you're going to do is you're going to load a construction factory. You're going to unload it over there. Repeat that 4 more times. And then you will refuel from the colony. That's going to keep you going for a little while. And, okay, Exploration 5 has completed the overall. Did everyone go to Moscow is the question. Well, there's at least 2 there right now. There's probably going to be some more. Research completed. We got the missile now research, so let's send in the... or add in a research lab for the Pebble Bed reactor, just so that we can get to better engines soon enough. But also, we do have some other stuff queued up, which is, for example, the max engine power modifier, which will help a long way getting the missile speed faster. Which we will probably need soon enough. Okay, cargo 1 has completed, so we have some factories in here. How about, what do we have here? We got some corundium. Don't have a massive production, though. Let's actually have a look at the things here that we could be producing. Construction factory, maybe? But no, I don't think we want to increase that right now. Do we have... We do not have a tracking station there. How about we build one? It's gonna take some time, but we will be able to get the resources there, most likely. And then we'll have at least some spotting range in there as well. I don't think that's a bad idea. Of course, if we go back home, we can see that the... Actually, Pravda, wouldn't that be on... Is it this one? It might be. I think it is. So it would be over there. Okay, well there's a little bit distance there. Actually, there is a display. Passive sensor strength. Okay, so we can spot signature 10s all the way there. What about Tower? Okay, Towson we can already spot all the way through there. But a little bit extra spotting range doesn't hurt. And so far we have not found anything in Moscow. Not even jump points. Well, there we go. Just as I said there. Oh, and another overhaul has been complete. Everyone's coming into this system. To be fair, it is the closest one, so it does make sense. Right, so did we find anything... Ooh, that one has some minerals. A lot of boronite, some corundium, which actually is not the worst, and it does have potential for some extra resources. It has a bit of a bad atmosphere. But there's only one place left which does have some oxygen. And ice sheet. So everyone's in this system now. Let's actually make sure... Okay, no, so it wasn't probably a user error then, because I believe some of them have gone back. Oh! We got the terraforming installation in Kazakhstan. And I started working on research facilities. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we? So, how much does it take workers again? Terraforming... It's 250,000. So I'm guessing it's a bit bigger. But I do want to have the terraforming installation here as soon as possible so we can start getting the colonization cost down a little bit. Because, I mean, if we have a look at the environment here, it's just mostly the fact that oxygen is a bit too little. If we get edge at 0.1, I mean, that would then be too much of it, so maybe we'd want to increase... Also, how about the temperature isn't too bad? Right, I think we need to get the nitrogen up first. But yeah, we should be able to transfer that. I'm assuming that it's more or less... hold on. Load installation. Performing installation. So if I'm drawing conclusions from the amount of workers it employs, it is probably 5 trips with this. So unload all, then repeat that 4 times, and then you can refuel from colony again. But we seem to be out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.